With 14 laps to go, NASCAR has brought out the caution flag for an abundance of standing water on the course. You saw Kurt Busch hydroplane off the track, locking him up there, going into the corner. And after NASCAR reviewing conditions all the way around the racetrack, they have brought out the caution. Not because it's raining, we race in the rain, but because of all the standing water on the racetrack and no grip.
Yeah, and you can see we're in a pretty big section of where this is only going to get heavier. And I think, Mike, to your point, not only some standing water hydroplaning, but visibility. I think with Kurt Busch, that was a combination of, and Clint mentioned it during the break, of visibility, not being able to see off the roost that was coming off the 3 of Austin Dillon, as well as the lockup from the hydroplaning.
I still don't know.
This was the right call. This was the most extreme situations. We saw practice yesterday. It was downpouring, but I didn't see rooster tails and visibility like this. Cars hydroplaning. This is definitely the worst we've seen.
And I'll be surprised if we go back.
I still don't know how Kurt Busch missed both Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch going into the corner. Look at this again.
Talk about the highlight reel.
Again, you can see him coming in pretty hard, and I don't think he could see. Then he moved right there at the last minute, and he moved at the right time, because I'm telling you, couldn't have put a piece of paper in between both of those cars. And then to be heads up enough with the experience that Kurt Busch has to go ahead and throttle it up. He looked up and saw that grass over on the other side. I got to head to that pasture. Sure enough, he did. Good job, man. I'm telling you, that was heads up driving. I think maybe he couldn't see anything. I don't know.
You need somebody to drive that tractor on those 600 acres. You could call him
right there.
The only thing I could say is that braking zone, especially in the wet conditions, start way before. To me, it looked like he started locking up. And we talked about rooster tails. Look at that stream of water. What a great job those Goodyear tires are doing.
But you can see that car hydroplaning right there. Yeah. That's what that was doing. And in my opinion, when you see cars doing that, it's time to pull the plug. And that's exactly what NASCAR did. I didn't say, not meaning pull the plug on the race as of yet. That's not my call. But throwing a caution right here was the right play.
Guys, we don't know what's going to happen here, but this definitely should fix the 9 cars fuel issue. And Clint, to your point, Kyle Busch, had not pitted, probably would have rectified his issue on fuel being a little short.
Yeah, I know he was wanting tires, but I could just tell by what I saw out the window right here, it just kept running harder and harder, and the rooster tails down the front straightaway were getting bigger and bigger. I saw a caution in the future. I really did.
Austin Cindric had just spun. He had just taken on tires, but hadn't had a chance to put any heat in them. It was on his out lap.
And I would think when those things, you'll see it right here coming into the shot. Without heat in these tires, you are on ice. And that's a prime example. It's just on top of the racetrack. Right around chicane.
Even with all his road racing experience. Now, one driver who really wants to see this race go back to green. That is William Byron, trying to extend that top 10 streak of his
by 1 spot.
He currently sits 11th, and 1 spot away.
And I want to see him get another top 10. It's been incredible what he's been able to do. Young guy at his age, the year he's having, you don't want to see it end like this, an 11th spot so close. So for him, I hope that they go back racing.
Let me tell you another team that wouldn't be over. Chase Briscoe, 6th place right now. But look at William Byron.
Look at that top 10 streak. He wants on all different types of tracks, Mike.
Wants to add a road course to that list. A great streak.
Might be safe here, Jeff. Good old top 10 streak might stay alive.
Well, hey, he's got it for the youngest. He's got that already.
That's all you're going to give me?
I just said I want him.
Some good racing.
Want to see it go.
Ross Chastain, another guy that needs a good run. You know, if this thing is over right here and the weather just keeps pounding on us, Ross Chastain with a good run. A.J. Allmendinger in that 16 car. That's a team that's talking about being in this sport for a long time in this Cup Series. I think they're knocking on the door. Great run for them as well. Michael McDowell, another top 10. Tyler Reddick needed a good run.
Bringing the field down pit road and to a stop. This will be a red flag for rain, visibility, and standing water with 14 laps to go. Here in Austin, NHRA Houston will air following the race on FS1. And again, a shout out to our entire Fox technical crew, and especially the cameramen that man these positions in all sorts of weather. The mailmen have nothing on these guys.
Great shots. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Well, what does Chase Elliott have to say about the weather?
I bet I know.
Terrible dangerous.
It's raining too hard.
I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I agree, actually. I don't see how you can do it right now.
That was actually Bill Elliott.
Yes, the first voice was his dad saying it's raining too hard.
You got 2 Elliots on the radio talking about the conditions.
Tell me that cat ain't competitive. Way too much rain. A hurricane on the racetrack.
So Bill is one of Chase's 3 spotters. There's another.
It hasn't stopped this thing from swinging. What a ride they've been on. Wow.
No, just no.
I tried to get Jeff
not
to do
in
that
rain,
pre-race.
not in sun, not doing it. There's a Ryan Preece.
That might, if we ever come back here, that might be another pre-race show.
Ryan had some fun, got to the front briefly, led a little bit of this race. Got Larson out of his car. Daniel Suarez sitting in 8 laps down after transmission trouble early in the race. Kyle Busch having a stroll.
You know, pitting right there didn't hurt him as bad as I thought it was going to.
No.
Still in the top 10 right there.
It shows you how far they had stretched it out on some of these other guys.
I would have thought that was 15th to 20th lane.
Eric Jones, looks like everybody's talking about slip sliding around this 3.6 mile circuit.
Well, and you know what else they're thinking and talking about is if we go back racing, what would that back straightaway be like for visibility in these conditions? I mean, I just don't see it happening.
No way. I don't see how they can. I mean, it's still pouring, by the way. Looking at the water coming down. This isn't just a rain. We had a drizzle all day long, and I think we're capable of pulling this off. We've proven with the tire, with what we have in this sport, we're capable of running in the rain, but not a downpour.
If they were to take the jet dryers and the track drying system, the Air Titans, out to that back straightaway and make a few passes down that, could we get back underway?
But right
agree
now,
with
I don't think it's just the only place now.
Well, I was going to say, I agree with that, and there they go. I agree with single file restarts, but we're in a cell right now, dropping a lot of rain, so the rain's going to have to dissipate as well as get that sitting water off the back straightaway.
All right, Regan is with the current runner-up. There is Chase Elliott, and he is the winner of the Echo Park, Texas Grand Prix. Due to inclement weather, the race has been called with 14 to go. Bill Elliott was right.
Yeah, he was.
And Chase Elliott wins. Here's Regan.
Chase Elliott, certainly a unique celebration. Get to celebrate this one with your team right away, Chase. Doesn't seem to matter the conditions. If it's a road course, you're going to find your way up front. Your 6th road course win, 12th career victory.
Yeah, man, couldn't be more excited. I've never won a rain race before, so it's kind of cool. And just super proud of our team for just continuing to fight. Kind of started the day, weren't very good, and just kept pushing myself, kept making some good changes throughout the day, and got to where I thought we were on pace with those guys there at the end. So really proud of that. You know, it's not the greatest thing ever for it to rain, to have a rain race win if it's your first one, but I think it's okay if it's down the road. So I'm pretty excited about that, and looking forward to next week and trying to keep it rolling.
I got to ask you about the end of the race. You were a couple laps short on fuel. Alan told you to start pushing. You picked up the pace incredibly at the end. You were 2 seconds quicker than anybody in the field right there. What'd you do different?
I just kept pushing myself harder and harder. There was some areas on track that were getting actually really treacherous. I felt like the back straightaway was puddling up, and you're starting to hydroplane and do some weird stuff. So my only option was to just kind of send it through those spots and hope for the best. So like I said, just really proud of our team. 2 in a row for Hendrick Motorsports. I think this is win number 800, Jim? Yeah, 800th win for Chevrolet. Couldn't be more proud of Chevy. Jim Campbell here, thanks for being here. And yeah, 268 for HMS. So just thanks for all the fans for hanging in there today. Great to have UniFirst on the car this week, get our first win together. And I know everybody's used to seeing us in our Napa colors, but good to have them on board. And like I said, just proud of our team. We've kind of had an up and down year to come here and to fight. Not the ideal way to win, but we'll definitely take it and move on down the road.
Chase Elliott, your inaugural winner at Circuit of the Americas.